Let's go to the Packers and the Titans. And Malik Willis going back to where he was drafted just a couple of years ago and pretty much cast off by Tennessee.
Correct.
I think he was pretty much thought of as a guy that might be a second or third stringer the rest of his career. Now he gets cast into action for the injured Jordan Love, and he's 2-0.
Brian Gutekunst, he must have saw something in him in preseason to be willing to trade. Now, they didn't give up much to trade for him, but to have the confidence that he could be the backup quarterback if something happened to Jordan Love, and it's paid dividends. You talked about it, right? He struggled turning the ball over when he was at Tennessee, the few starts that he had. He's taking care of the football. Matt LaFleur has made it so easy for him as far as some of the reads he's given him. He's not putting the ball in harm's way. And I think people believe that Malik Willis can't throw the football, so they're stacking the boxes, and he's making teams pay. You saw that slot fade to Christian Watson? That was a pinpoint accurate pass. So Malik Willis has grown so much as a quarterback. We already know the athletic ability is there. He hurt the Tennessee Titans with that as well. But him growing as a passer is what I've really liked about him so far this year.
Will Levis, on the other hand, 8 turnovers now through the first 3 games of the season, and it's really a trend that goes back all the way to, I guess, his second start last year. His first start was great.
Yep.
Ever since then, I believe 2-9 overall, a ton of turnovers. How concerning is that for, because look, you were facing the guy that you basically cast off against the guy that you picked as your franchise quarterback over him.
It's very concerning, right, if you're the Tennessee Titans brass and if you're head coach Brian Callahan, because the one thing I will say about Will Levis, he didn't have the bonehead turnovers like he did the week before versus the Jets. Like trying to shovel the ball outside, you can't do that, right? That one interception by Brandon Echols, that was just a great play going up in coverage and coming down. This week, miscommunication between him and DeAndre Hopkins on an out route. You have to understand who you're playing against. Jair Alexander, he understands route concepts. He sits on a lot of routes. So if you're going to throw a comeback route, the receiver has to come back and attack the football. He didn't do that there. The late interception to McKinney, they're already down like 14 points. He's just trying to make a play. And then the sack, the offensive line has not helped him as well either. I believe as he was sacked 8 times a day, like that Green Bay defensive line was teeing off on Will Levis. The Iguodala sack, we just saw that the highlight has, he was chokeslammed to the ground. So like, yes, the quarterback has to protect the ball, but when you're getting teed off on, like what can the quarterback do? So you are concerned about the turnovers. I would say the one was on him and DeAndre Hopkins. The other 2, I don't think those are on Will Levis.
And Brian Callahan in the postgame said he is going to stick with Will Levis as the starting quarterback, though we know it doesn't always mean that that's actually truthful.
Facts.
When you consider what happened last week with Bryce Young.